Welcome to Shom Machshava on the Daf. Shears Lu Nishbas, my wife's grandfather, Rav Zeb and Matzivah Levi Zatzal. We're holding in Menachos Daf Chov Beis. The Gemara in Aleph tells us that in order to use anything for the Mizbeach, the rule is when Mizbeach shelo nishtamish bo hedyot, af eitzim v'hei shelo nishtamish bo hedyot. It needs to be something that was never used by an individual in order to use it for the Mizbeach for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the Chazal Sofer in Parshas Vayetze, he quotes part of it in the Tshuva in Orach Chaim Siman Mem. He brings a question that says, by Yaakov Avinu, the Yaakov Avinu took the stone that he's put underneath his head, and he used it for a Matzivah, to be a Mizbeach for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So Chazal Sofer brings the question, how can he do such a thing? How can he use the stone that he used as his pillow to be used as a Mizbeach? If it's Shtamish by head, you can't use it as a Mizbeach. So the Chazal Sofer brings an answer. He mentions the name of the Zayis Rahanan and the Mogen Avram, that it's brought down that these stones were used by Yitzchak Avinu. And so if so, it's already Hegdish, Bichlal can't use it. So he pointed out that these stones, what he used as a Matzivah, is not what he put underneath his head. It was something that he put around him. He wasn't really using it. It was just around him. He brings another in the Nekuda that maybe he put it around him, must be Koach Nefesh, in order to save himself any danger. But he didn't actually use them. It was one of the one they used as a pillow, and that's why he could use it for the Mizbeach, and that's why he could use it even though it was Hegdish before. But the Klichemda there in Parshas Vayetze says Davar Nifla Moed. He brings the Chazal Sofer. He says what the Chazal Sofer says is very doichik. So he mentions the Pirkei de Rabbi Lezer. The Pirkei de Rabbi Lezer says that until Yaakov Avinu did not have the Shemin HaMishcha to put on the Matzivah, so he didn't really make it a Matzivah. But then when he got the Shemin HaMishcha, because Baruch Hu sent him Shemin HaMishcha, so then he was using it as a Matzivah. What's John in this Pirkei de Rabbi Lezer? So he explains based on the Yaakov Shimoini that the idea of Shemin HaMishcha is the Shemin HaMishcha transforms a person or an item that receives the Shemin into a new entity. He brings, the Gemara tells us that the Kohen has to be the one which is the most beautiful, the tallest, the richest, the strongest Kohen around. What happens if the one which is right to be a Kohen doesn't have it? He says the Shemin HaMishcha transforms the person and makes him that person. Once they put the Shemin HaMishcha, the Kohen Gadol, he becomes the tallest, strongest, and nicest person around. And he says that's the Pshat by the king. We learned it in Harvius that you put the Shemin HaMishcha in the king only if there is a Machlekes. What Shah? He says if there's a Machlekes, meaning people don't realize that this person is supposed to be king, you put him in Shemin HaMishcha, then he gets all the milas. He becomes the tallest, strongest, most beautiful person around, and then everybody will agree that he will be king because Shemin HaMishcha transforms a person. Says that's not only by human beings, that's also by Kalim. When you put Shemin HaMishcha in a Kli, it makes it a new Kli. It's a new item over here. It's not the same item that was there before. So he says, that's the Pshat in our Gemara. Gemara says that the Mizbeach shelo nishtamish bo hedyot. How do we know Mizbeach lo nishtamish bo hedyot? He says because even if someone used it, but once you put Shemin HaMishcha on it, that's not the same thing. It's a new Kli. It's a new item that came over here. So he says that's the Pshat in the Pirkei de Rabbi Lezer. Before the Shemin came from Shamayim to Yaakov Avinu, so Yaakov Avinu really couldn't use the stone that was underneath his head. Why? Because it was nishtamish bo hedyot. But then came Shemin HaMishcha, it transformed from being a regular rock that he used to something new. Now he can use it as a Matzivah. And that's the answer to the question of the Chazal Sofer. And how can you use the Matzivah that he used for Mizbeach? Because he put Shemin HaMishcha in it. That's the purpose of Shemin HaMishcha, of transforming it and making new. Shemin HaMishcha changes something. That's why Avinu used the Matzivah for the Mizbeach. Anyone who wants to join a sponsor to Shom Machshava Shurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.